Hello, I'm Nick, and today I'm going to show you how to custom design your grad cap in Canva. When you open up your file in Canva, you're going to have 3 different options to which you can custom design and arrange yourself. For this particular video, I'm going to work with this here frame. I want to grab this here particular frame and add it onto another page because I will be designing it on another page. So I'm going to right click and copy this here grad cap, and I'm going to open up a new page because that's the page I will be designing on. And now I'm going to place that one on this page. Right now this grad cap is set at 4.3, 4.1, whatever size you want your grad cap to be, you can enlarge it as you see fit. But for this here video, I am going to design this at a 3.0. And as you can tell right there, where it says 3 width, 3 height, is how you will know what size your cap is. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to zoom on in so that you can be able to see a larger view of the cap and how I'm going to design it. Now let's ungroup. And that way we have access to each individual item. For the grad cap itself, you see that it is black. If you want to change this here grad cap to a different color, you can also do that. Up here to the top, you will see where you can have your different color options. If you want to do this cap red, blue, brown, green, it doesn't matter. You'll just select this here color option for that cap. But what I am going to do is I'm going to turn this here cap back black. But say for instance you want to add a glitter background, you can go to elements and do glitter background, and this will pull up your glitter backgrounds, different type colors. So for the photos, let's select photos. Here you're going to have some pro versions, and you will also have some free versions. If you want to do a free version, look for any of the glitter backgrounds that does not have the crown. So let's see if we can find a black. And this here is close enough with some black gold sparkles. We can add that within our background. All right, so be careful on which item that you select, because remember we have ungrouped it, so all your other elements are vulnerable to be changed. But let's get that actual background and nest it inside. If you want to do something different, once you change your background color, the main hat color, you want to lock that in place. That way it will not change if you was to add something else. So see, it's not changing, only those other elements. So be sure to lock your background for your cap once you have decided what color, what design you want to use. For these 2 images here, I do want to put a picture. I'm not going to do any particular picture, but I am just going to select one from Canva. So I do have Canva Pro, and basically I am just going to find an image that I would like to use. Once I find my image, I'm going to nest it in the first element. So as you can tell, it's not showing properly. Her head is cut off. So how to adjust that? Just double click on the image and then just adjust it. If you don't want her turned that way, all you have to do is right here at the bottom, spin it around, come down a little more on it until you have it exactly where you want her to be. All right, to reveal where your placement is now, just double click. Okay, it's still, her face still kind of cut off. Let's try to adjust that a little more, and I think right here should be fine. Double click. So this is how you would adjust your image. inside your frame, and I'm basically going to do the same thing for the second frame. All right, so this is how you would add your image inside a frame. If you want to add a border, select on your frame up here to the top where it says border style. Click on that. I'm going to select a straight line, and I don't want my border to be that harsh, so I'm going to do a 1. And that there is how you would put a border around your frame. I'm also going to do this frame the same way. If you decide you want to change your frame color, up here to the top where it says border color, let's see what a red would do. You have different options over here. I think I like that gray better, so I am going to stick with that gray. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other frame. So if you don't want the frame, just select that and it will get rid of your frame. To the top you have numbers, to the bottom you have numbers. This is going to be a 2020 class of 2024 custom grad cap. So if you want to change the colors, you can by double clicking. To the top you can add a red text if you like. If you want to change that border color, click again up here where it says effects. Click on effects, click on your outline, and right here you will have an option of changing your colors. And let's do a gray, black, white. All right, so if you're not happy with that color selection, just click on this here, add a new color, and just find a color that will fit your needs. Okay, if you want to add a shadow effect, up here to the top is your shadow effect. You can do that as well. However, I am going to change this here text color to a more suitable color for what I'm trying to design. All right, so just basically play around with your text color and outline color that suits whatever theme you're trying to do. To the top, I'm going to put the school initials. And change the text color as well. And do a black border. So right here in the center, you'll see a white circle. If you decide to put a tassel here or a button, this here is left there intentionally so that you don't put any important images in this area. If you decide that you don't need that there white button, let's go ahead and grab hold to it. Let's layer and do a lock on the images so that we can actually grab it. Let's lock this image as well. And now let's grab this here button. All right. Now that it's selected, if you want to make that hole smaller, if you want to make it larger, but just keep in mind, if you're going to put something there in the center, as I'm going to demonstrate in a few, then you can leave it or you can simply erase it. It's totally up to you. That circle there is just a guide so that you do not put anything of importance there. However, I'm going to bring that back because I just want to kind of get an idea of where the center is when I do put my tassel. So also this do help as a center mark for where you would place your tassel. Now, if you want to put a name, what you can do is you can duplicate that number at the bottom, bring it to the top, and make your numbers a little smaller. And then here, just double click to add a name. Make it smaller. And being that it's a lot of yellow on here already, let's go ahead and change that text color to maybe a white. and basically align your name and your number on the hat. All right, so this is how you would custom design your grad cap. So now let's go ahead and print it. All right, so before we actually print out our grad cap, we do not want to waste a whole sheet of paper just printing out one image. So let's make multiple images on this one page. Before we get started with that, we're going to have to unlock our actual images that are locked on here to include that background, because we want to be able to select everything at one time. So let's select it all. Everything is selected, and let's group it together. So if we was to move one item on here, everything would move at the same time. In order for this here, how it's positioned, for it not to take up so much room, let's go ahead and make that into, let's go ahead and make this a little straighter, and let's do a duplicate. And we still kind of crooked, right? So let's see if we can straighten this out a little bit more. Let's copy it. So let's duplicate it again. So we know that we can do at least 3 of this size on one row. So let's gather them all. Let's do a group, and let's copy and paste. Paste again. Paste again. All right, so it's not that even, but we're not going to worry about that at this time. Let's zoom on out so you can see a better view of it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to print. Right here to the top where it says share, select share, download, and here you will have your options of downloading it as a JPEG, PNG, PDF standard, print, SVG. We want to do this as a PDF standard. And we do not want to do all 9 pages. We just want to print page 9. So select the page we want by ungrouping all pages. Scroll down and only select 9, because we do not want to print out everything that's attached to this here PDF standard file. And let's hit done, download. Once your image has finished downloading, let's go where our downloads are and open it. All right, here is our grad caps on one sheet of paper. And as you can tell, it's just 1 of 1. So we know that we will be printing 1 of 1. I am using the Epson ET8550. Here we can do all pages because it's just that one page, and we will be doing color print. I want to go to more settings because I am printing on photo glossy paper. Right now I am set to default, so I do want to change that. So I'm going to go to print using system dialog. Make sure I'm on the printer that I want to change settings. Go to preferences. And as you can tell, I would have been printing on plain paper, bright white at standards. I want to change that to photo glossy paper. Standard is still good color, and I'm okay with that. I will be using the rear paper feed tray. And I'm going to go to OK and print. All right. All right, y'all, so don't forget to check out my next video showing you how I actually custom designed these here grad caps and 2 party favors. Until the next one.